Most men over 50 don't look older because of age. They look older because of the colors they wear. And here's the part most people never question. You can have a well-fitted jacket, clean shoes, even a decent haircut. But if the color is wrong, your entire look falls flat. It quietly drains the life out of your face, makes your skin look dull, and takes away that sharp masculine presence you should naturally have at this stage of life. This is not about chasing trends, and it's definitely not about dressing younger. A well-dressed older man doesn't try to compete with youth, he controls his image with intention. On this channel, we focus on classic menswear and practical style for men who want to look put together without overthinking it. Because at this point, you don't need more clothes, you need better choices. Now I understand the reality. Comfort matters more than ever. Your body has changed, and the last thing you want is to look like you're trying too hard. You want to look respected, clean and confident, whether you're heading out for dinner, meeting family, or just running everyday errands. In this video, I'll show you the colors that quietly age you, why they do it, and what to wear instead, so you instantly look sharper, more balanced, and more in control. Because this sounds small, but it changes everything. This is where most men think they're doing it right, but aren't. A lot of men over 50 lean heavily on what they believe are safe colors. Dark gray, deep brown, plain, black. These feel reliable, easy to match, hard to get wrong, and on the surface that makes sense. But in reality, this is where things quietly start to go off track. Because as you get older, your natural contrast changes. Your hair loses pigment, your skin tone softens. And when you pair that with heavy flat colors, it doesn't create balance, it creates dullness. The outfit starts to weigh you down instead of sharpening you up. Picture a typical everyday outfit. A dark gray polo charcoal pants, maybe black shoes, nothing flashy, nothing offensive, but also nothing working in your favor. Your face doesn't stand out. Your posture looks heavier than it is. And overall, you just look more tired than you actually feel. And this is where most men get it completely wrong. They think neutral equals timeless. But not all neutrals are created equal. A better move is to shift from heavy, lifeless tones to softer, richer versions of the same family. Instead of flat black, go with navy. Instead of muddy brown, try a warmer tan or a clean olive. These colors still feel masculine and classic, but they bring a bit of life back into your appearance without making you stand out in the wrong way. For something as simple as a weekend coffee run or a casual dinner, this small change alone can make you look more awake, more intentional, and more put together. Safe doesn't always mean flattering, and once you see the difference, you won't go back. But there's one color in particular that causes more problems than anything else. Black is not always your friend after 50. Now, this might sound surprising because black has always been seen as the safest, most versatile color a man can wear. It's simple, it's classic, it's everywhere. But this is where things shift as you get older, and most men never adjust. As your hair turns gray and your skin naturally loses some of its warmth and brightness, pure black starts to work against you. It creates a contrast that's too harsh. Instead of framing your face, it exaggerates every line, every shadow, every sign of fatigue. Think about a plain black t-shirt or a black polo sitting right up against your face. In certain lighting, it can make your skin look paler, your eyes more tired, and your overall appearance more severe than intended. Not sharp, just harsh. And this is where most men get it completely wrong. They keep wearing black because it used to work, not realizing it no longer does the same job. A better alternative is to stay in the same family of dark tones but soften the edge. Navy is one of the strongest upgrades you can make. It's just as versatile, just as masculine, but far more forgiving on the face. Deep green charcoal, even a muted dark blue, can give you structure without draining your appearance. For something like a casual dinner or an evening out, swapping a black shirt for a navy one can instantly make you look more relaxed, more refined, and more in control without drawing unnecessary attention. This sounds small, but it changes everything. Black isn't wrong, but after 50, it needs to be used carefully, not automatically. And the problem doesn't stop with dark colors, because some of the light ones can be just as damaging. Some colors don't make you look bold. They make you disappear. And this is the part nobody talks about. While dark colors can be too heavy, the wrong light colors can quietly erase your presence altogether, especially the ones that look faded dusty or overly pale. As you get older, your features naturally soften. Your hair loses contrast, your skin tone becomes more even, and your face doesn't have the same sharp definition it once did. So when you wear colors that are too close to your skin tone, like pale beige, washed out gray, or dull pastels, everything starts to blend together. Instead of looking clean and refined, you end up looking flat, almost like your outfit and your face are competing at the same low level. Picture a light beige shirt on a man with gray hair and fair skin. From a distance, there's barely any separation. No structure, no visual anchor. It doesn't look stylish, it just looks unfinished. And this is where most men get it completely wrong. They think lighter means fresher, but without contrast, lighter just means weaker. A better approach is to choose colors that still feel calm and mature, but carry a bit more depth. Think mid-tone blues, soft olive muted burgundy, or even a richer off-white instead of flat pale tones. These colors create just enough contrast to define your face without overwhelming it. For something like a weekend outing or a casual lunch, this one adjustment can make you look more present, more grounded, and noticeably more put together. Contrast creates presence. Without it, even a good outfit loses its impact. And now let's talk about a color family that many men trust, but often get completely wrong. Not all browns are equal. Brown is one of those colors that feels naturally masculine. It's warm, grounded, and easy to wear. That's why so many men over 50 rely on it: jackets, shoes, sweaters, even full outfits built around it. But here's the issue. The wrong shade of brown can make you look instantly older. And not in a distinguished way, in a tired, outdated way. Muddy browns, dull chocolate tones, or those flat, lifeless shades you often see in older jackets, they tend to absorb light instead of reflecting it. That means your outfit loses definition and your overall appearance starts to feel heavy and dated. Picture a brown jacket that's just a bit too dark paired with similar toned pants. There's no contrast, no separation. From a distance, it all blends into one block of color. It doesn't look intentional, it just looks old. And this is where most men get it completely wrong. They assume brown is always a safe, classic choice. But brown only works when it has the right warmth and clarity. A better alternative is to move toward cleaner, richer versions of brown. Think camel tan or a warm medium brown with a bit of brightness to it. These tones still feel classic and masculine, but they reflect light better and give your outfit structure. For something like a fall dinner, a casual gathering, or even just stepping out on a cool afternoon, switching from a dull brown jacket to a camel or tan version can completely change how you're perceived. You look sharper, more current, more intentional. Comfort matters, but sloppy comfort is not the same thing as effortless style. Choose browns that bring warmth, not ones that take energy away. And now we're getting into something even more important, because sometimes it's not the color itself that's wrong. This is the part most men never even consider, but it might be the most important one, because sometimes the problem isn't the color itself. It's how that color interacts with your skin. Every man has an undertone, warm, cool, or neutral. And as you get older, that undertone becomes even more noticeable. Your skin changes. It can lose some of its natural glow, which means the wrong color doesn't just sit on your body, it directly affects how your face looks. If you wear a color that clashes with your undertone, your skin can start to look off. Slightly gray, slightly pale, even a bit tired. Not because you are, but because the color is working against you. For example, if you have a warmer skin tone and you wear a cold, icy blue or a sharp bluish gray, your face can lose warmth almost instantly. On the other hand, if you have a cooler undertone and you wear overly warm colors like orange-brown or yellow heavy tones, it can create a mismatch that feels subtle, but looks wrong. And this is where most men get it completely wrong. They focus on whether a color looks good on the hanger, not whether it works on them. A better approach is simple. Pay attention to how your skin reacts when you wear a color near your face. Does it make you look healthier, more awake, more balanced? Or does something feel slightly off for something as everyday as meeting friends, going to church, or even a casual date night? Choosing the right undertone can quietly elevate your entire presence without anyone knowing why. The right color doesn't just look good, it makes you look better. And once you understand this, the next step becomes a lot easier, because now you know what to avoid and what to start wearing instead. These are the colors that do the opposite. They bring you back to life. After everything we've covered, this is where things start to click, because once you remove the colors that age you, what you replace them with makes all the difference. And the goal here is simple: not louder, not trendier, just sharper. Not flashy, not trendy, just sharp. Colors like navy, deep blue, olive burgundy, and a clean off-white have a unique advantage. They create enough contrast to define your face, but they don't overpower it. They work with your natural features instead of fighting against them. Take navy, for example. It's one of the most reliable upgrades any man over 50 can make. It carries the same authority as black, but it's softer, more refined, and far more forgiving on the skin. Olive adds warmth without looking dated. Burgundy brings depth without trying too hard. Picture a simple outfit: a navy shirt, light gray trousers, brown leather shoes. Nothing complicated. But everything works together. Your face stands out. Your posture looks stronger. The overall impression is clean, calm, and intentional. This sounds small, but it changes everything. Because style after 60 is not about looking younger. It's about looking stronger, cleaner, and more in control. For everyday situations, whether you're heading out for dinner, meeting family, or just stepping outside, these colors give you a consistent advantage without requiring any extra effort. The right colors don't draw attention to your clothes. They bring attention back to you. And now let's make this even more practical. Because knowing the right colors is one thing, but combining them well is where most men still struggle. You don't need more clothes, you need better combinations. Now here's where everything comes together. Because even if you choose the right colors, if you don't combine them well, the result still feels off. And this is where many men over 50 start to overthink, or worse, play it too safe, and end up back where they started. The key is balance. You want contrast, but not chaos. You want clarity, not complication. A simple combination like navy and gray is one of the most reliable formulas you can have. It's clean masculine and works in almost any setting. Ollie paired with a lighter beige or tan creates warmth without looking heavy. A crisp off-white shirt with classic denim gives you that relaxed but put-together look that works perfectly for weekends. Picture getting dressed for a casual dinner. Instead of defaulting to an all-dark outfit, you go with a navy shirt, light gray pants, and brown shoes. Instantly, there's structure. Your upper body is defined. Your overall look feels lighter, more intentional, and more refined without adding any complexity. And this is where most men get it completely wrong. They think style requires more pieces, more variety, more effort. It doesn't. A well-dressed older man doesn't chase trends. He controls his image by mastering the basics. When your colors work together, everything else becomes easier. You spend less time deciding and you look more consistent every single day, whether you're running errands, meeting friends, or traveling. Simple combinations create reliable style, and reliable style builds confidence. And once you understand this, there's really only one thing left to lock it all in. At the end of the day, this isn't about having more options. It's about making better ones. Most men over 50 don't need a new wardrobe. They don't need more clothes, more trends, or more complexity. What they need is awareness. Because the colors you wear every day are either working for you or quietly working against you. And here's the truth. Style after 60 is not about trying to look younger. It's about looking sharper, more balanced, and more in control of how you present yourself. When you start choosing the right colors, not the safest ones, not the pre-Whitney ones, but the ones that actually suit you, Everything shifts. Your face looks clearer, your posture feels stronger, and people respond to you differently even if they can't explain why. This isn't about perfection, it's about intention. So let me ask you, which of these colors do you still wear the most? Is it black, dark gray, or something you've never really questioned before? Let me know in the comments. I read every one of them. And if you want more practical, no-nonsense advice on classic menswear for older men, the kind that actually works in real life, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. In the next video, we're going to break down the clothing pieces that instantly make men over 50 look sharper without trying too hard. Because looking better doesn't require more effort. It just requires better choices.